Alright, I should be live on both Twitch and YouTube now, hopefully.
Excellent.
Hope being keyword, because I had to reset up everything. So I'm not sure if it's functional. Okay, it seems to be live. Testing, testing, 127.
127.
Yes, okay, it's working. Yeah, what do you mean you don't count the 7 after 2?
That's not how numbers work.
Yo, what's going on? Just saw this game in here, and I'm joined by Magic. Not the Gathering,
Hello.
though.
Yeah. I mean, I am gathered here, but I am not that kind of magic.
And if anyone was watching that, I clicked off because of my bad puns.
Bad puns are my specialty.
Man. Just, and if anyone was watching, they now are no longer watching.
Good. Now that we have only the people that actually care.
No, how about you just call me my character name and not give me a nickname, please? That'd be nice. Bruh.
Bruh.
Yes, call me Odd, my character's name. Don't give me a freaking nickname, please. For those wondering what happened to all those saves and stuff, I had to reset my computer. So,
Very unfortunate.
y'all.
Sadly, data loss is a thing that exists.
Eh? No, we're still good for D&D on Thursday, so.
Yep. Is it happening this week, or is this the week off of it?
No, it's happening this week.
Alright.
We didn't do it last week because Haley was out of town, but
Yeah.
we're doing it this week.
Note to self, get ready for my tournament before then. Because I'm supposed to be driving on Friday.
Oh, where you going Friday? Beyblade tournament or something?
Yes.
Oh,
2 states away.
fun. Alright, time to buy 7 trillion rare candies. Pokemon. Gotta break them all. That's definitely how the saying goes, right?
Probably.
Gosh dang, dude. Alright, Naruto. Level 9. Put quick attack here. Pikachu, use cheat. Bubble. And Finnegan died.
How unfortunate.
Not my Pokemon. Get the
Still
Swablu.
unfortunate.
Get the swag blue.
For some reason I briefly just popped in my brain with like some weird alternative form of Swablu called Swag Blue.
Swag.
Swag Blue.
Yeah, swag blue, yes.
It's like half scrafty.
If
Uh,
I could draw, I would so make a fan out of it, but I can't draw.
I can draw cards, but that's just not very helpful.
You can draw what?
Cards
You can't. Unless you mean like drawing from a
out of a
deck of
deck.
cards.
There you go. You get the pun. I did say bad puns.
This is very true, yeah.
Ah, Cataquack decided it was hammer time.
I'll take pot pie. Get in the ball.
Get in the ball.
Get in the ball, pot pie. There we go. Without looking at my screen, guess who I name pot pie all the time? I get it.
I'm already looking at the stream. It's a little too late.
Ah, for the love. Uh, yeah, I don't know why. Just always called Magby pot
I think it's
pie.
ahead.
Yeah, probably. I'm actually gonna do something real quick to make this run faster. Okay, no. 3x is mandatory. Never mind.
Unfortunate.
Looks too pixely on 2x. Hey, can you send a message in my chats real quick just so I can double check that my chatbot's actually working?
Oh, I got a follower apparently.
On Twitch?
There we go.
Oh, okay, it does work. Cool. I'm using a different chatbot than what I used to use, so I wanted to make sure I set it up properly.
Let's try the one here. And poop one in the there too.
Cool, I see both. Good.
Nice. Wonderful.
I just need to make sure it actually works, so if someone typed in one of the chats, I can see it.
And absolutely blue shelled.
No one cares. Let me leave. Alright, hopefully I get something good on this next show. I don't want Zigzagoon, I don't want Philippo. I'll take this thing, though. This thing is a menace to society. Get in the ball.
The Mencina.
Get in the freaking ball. I love this thing because it's such a menace with skill link, dude. If it doesn't have skill link now, I can give it to it like the next town. But it has skill link. Oh, it's slowing down in speed though. Sag. Oh well.
Yeah. Not the best nature, but you take what you take what you can. Still probably gonna
This
be a
thing
big
is
menu.
still skill link. I'm not complaining. This thing is still a freaking menace to society. 4 to 5 hit Fury swipes every time? Heck yeah.
Sadly, it is the furious, but not necessarily the fast.
When it gets things like pin missile and stuff too, oh, this thing is gonna be a menace. Alright, Bubble Beam.
Pin missile sounds like a move that would come from like a bowling Pokemon.
Yeah. Or like a hedgehog.
Yeah, Hedgehog could do it, yeah. Sonic the Pin Missiles.
I'll take Wormhole. I just hope it becomes Dustox. Or not Dustox, Beautifly, not Dustox.
You're not the biggest fan of Dustox, huh?
I prefer Beautifly, especially in AX. Your name is Snippy, so I'm bad with names.
Speaking of bad with names, I need to try out Super Mario Mon at some point.
How does that relate to bad at names at all?
I mean, what do you name a Koopa?
You know what? Valid point. Oh, it's Dustox. Dang it! Oh well.
Why did I just watch the Mario Kart AI just casually drive into a pole?
Kinda said it was Dustox, but whatever. Still decent-ish Pokemon.
You take what you can get.
I was really hoping it was Beautifly. I should save here just in case I crash. Oh, wood battles are lagging out my thing at first. Okay, good to know.
Mm.
To be fair, I'm running with like 7 tabs open on my browser, as well as 6 other different apps.
Only 7 tabs?
As well as 6 other different apps too. But you know.
Yeah, I am that guy who is not very effective with their tabs, and I'm kind of glad that the system automatically like puts them to sleep after a while.
You use an Opera GX for your browser then?
Yeah,
Same.
because 7 is lightweight territory for me.
I only have open, you know.
I mean, I'm probably sitting on like 80 dormant tabs at the moment.
What are you doing with the many dormant tabs?
I go down way too many YouTube rabbit holes and then just completely forget to go back and finish the previous video.
Front railroads. My computer won't be able to handle having a tangle of tabs open. Great Fodder 1. Because we get Numel in the next town. Numel. Very good Pokemon to get.
No.
At least early game in this game, especially. Considering Jim wanted Bug Gym. Nope, no one cares, Shauna. Who's your favorite rival for Pokemon X?
From Pokemon X.
There's like 5 rivals, so. My boy! Here's my
It has
boy!
been so long since I played it that I really do not have an answer.
Here's my freaking boy! Get in the ball, good boy.
Get in the ball. Get in the ball.
I love this Pokemon so much. Good boy. Weasel is best mon.
Yeah.
I love Weasel. Probably one of my favorite Gen 4
I'd
Pokemon.
probably call it like good boy, but spell it Bell Boy BUI.
That's what I did. You see, I just love Weasel as a Pokemon. Probably my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon that's not a legendary.
Yeah, legendary is kind of cheap.
But I'm probably also a very small majority that actually really likes Weasel and Floatzel. I love this Pokemon though. He's not good, but I love him
No, but
nonetheless.
he looks fun. He looks like he's having fun though. He's just there to have a good time, you know.
He's not strong, but I still love the dang Pokemon. Actually, in Gen 5, he had a brief stint of time where he's actually competitively viable.
Excuse me.
Did you know that?
I'm sorry. I was trying not to cough.
Oh, you can cough.
I
Oh, but did you know that?
didn't hear. I didn't hear it over me coughing.
Oh, um, in Gen 5, there was actually a brief stint of time where Weasel was actually competitively viable. It wasn't long, but it did happen.
Yeah. There's a lot of funny things that have weird niches.
I love this dang Pokemon though. I saw this one thing talking about talking about how to train your dragon improve someone's perception of dragons for every other media because unlike all the other media, dragons of How to Train Your Dragon are based off cats or other animals like that. You look at Toothless, it's a big cat that shoots plasma. Toothless is just a big cat that shoots plasma.
Kind of true, really. It's just true.
Like, it's funny to me because it's true.
I've also heard that the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon is actually not that bad, and like
It
the only thing I've really heard against it is that the children don't necessarily have like the exact same accent as the adults. And I'm like,
it's
okay,
not
that's. I
bad,
mean,
but they did
it's not
cut
bad.
some scenes that made the original just slightly better. If that makes sense. Like it's
Yeah.
a as far as live action remakes go, it's probably the most faithful I've seen to date.
Goodness, that was a lot of intimidating.
Like as far as live actions go, it is probably the most faithful we will ever get.
Disney should start taking notes.
But I did have a few minor problems that didn't really affect my opinion on the story, but would be nice if they didn't cut them.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't change my opinion. The movie was actually really good. But, yes, Disney should take notes, because DreamWorks did something Disney can't do. Make a decent live action. So I'm not sure if I agree with the casting to make Ruffnut the female of the twins. I don't remember which one it like who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember or I don't know if I agree with the choice to make Ruffnut a different build entirely. Because in the movies Ruffnut was lanky and tall. Just doesn't feel right to switch it to be, chubby. I mean, no offense, but it doesn't feel right to me.
I also feel like it's hard to find somebody who's just the right type of thin.
Yeah. No, again, I had no issue with it. The movie was great. It
Yep.
feels a little wrong. It's not, I don't, for me, it's not as bad as when, uh, they tried to recast The Little Mermaid, though. We all know how that went. What kind of bullcrap were they trying to pull with that movie, man? I actually really did like the movie, though. Um, Snippy gear up front. And I know if someone ever finds this stream, they're probably gonna hate on me for saying I'm not a fan of the switch between Roughnut's original design and the new one, but whatever. I'm entitled to my opinion.
Yep.
Not hating on it, I'm just saying I don't think it was the right call. Doesn't mean I hate the movie. Cyanide. Psyduck's not psychic type in normal Pokemon
Yeah.
for some freaking reason.
He's just a duck with headaches.
Not Golduck isn't psychic type either in Pokemon for
Yep.
some reason. It's like, bro, what? What you mean? Why you call it Psyduck if it's not a psychic? The heck?
Because it contains so much its size.
Yeah, well, it ain't spelt that way.
Also true, but
Dude, this Mincino's a freaking menace already. I love this thing. Wait, this is Mincino's Chinchino. No, it is Mincino. Never mind. Let's see. I'll take Lotad. Okay. Lotad. Quick ball. get him a quick ball. What is the best Pokemon impression you can do?
I really haven't tried many.
I
My
can do
throat's a little
Mew.
raw.
I can do Mew, and that's about it. Yours is closer, but mine's not that far off. I mean, yeah, Mew
I
is
kind of
just a
just tried to
cat.
go cat with it.
I mean, Mew is a cat, yes.
It's like funky cat baby thing.
Mew is a cat. I think Mew was actually based off a hairless cat, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I need your opinion on this because some people say they do, some don't, and it really ticks me off. Are Ultra Beast and Mythicals considered legendaries in your opinion? I don't care if they're a separate class. Do you think they should be a separate class, or do you think they should just be all legendaries?
And who should be a separate class?
Ultra Beast and Mythicals.
I really don't know where to place the Ultra Beast. They're kind of this weird thing
I
already.
honestly just think all legendary-esque Pokemon should just count as legendaries. Like, stop with the dumb distinctions. A Mew is a legendary. I don't care if it's a mythical. It's a freaking legendary.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with legendaries and mythicals is that they're kind of very similar to begin with. The only thing is how big the legends are.
And how you obtain them.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like the differences are
bruh.
just so minute that I really do not care.
To me, all mythicals and all Ultra Beast and all legends should just fall under the legendary category. I don't think there should be a stupid distinction. Like, why are you
I mean,
distinguishing
Ultra Beast kind of almost feel like a grouping category. Like
them?
that at least has some sensibility to it because there's a unique gameplay mechanic to it. Even if it's just use the Beast Ball.
I don't know something I realized recently, despite never realizing it, because you just keep giving them in the game without
Yeah,
any hassle. Type Null and Savali are legendaries.
yeah.
I'd never realized that because you just get given them so easily. It's like, why would I think they're a legend? I also never used the dang Pokemon, so.
Yeah, it almost feels like an attempt to recreate Arceus or something.
Well, I mean, its whole ability gimmick is RKS system, so, like,
Yeah. They're not trying to hide it all that well.
I don't think they were trying to hide it at all. Like, the whole gimmick is RKS system. It's kind of blatant there.
I
It's
might
just
just
a
be dumb
bit.
then.
I don't think they were trying to hide it at all.
Whew, bless you.
Funnel B dies. Good. Get out of here. This thing is such a beast. I love this Pokemon. Especially in ROM hack runs like this. This thing's a menace.
Yep.
Chinchino, deal with it. baby, you'll just die to Fury
Baby.
Swipes. You'll
Don't kick
also.
the baby.
Baby, not the baby.
And then you have little roly poly right there.
No, not organized items. Are you flying type? No. Okay, you'll work through. Everyone has berries. Everyone to 15 except Nemo will be 14. Alright, Santaloon City. I'm gonna beat up this trainer who does double battle outside the gym. I have to do that before I can even fight in the gym.
Yep.
Cool. Aww. Zora's dead.
Bumblebee.
Cool. No Pokemon have been lost yet.
That is a good start.
Yeah, especially considering all my other runs. The fact I'm actually, like, doing decently well enough is kind of shocking to me. I'm not gonna say more before I jinx it, but you know. If I can get through the first gym no losses, I think we'll be off to a great start.
That sounds like the recipe for one, that's for sure.
Especially because middle game, though you get a lot of encounters, they tend to be, well, you know, subpar at best. And this game likes to crank that up to 11. So. Sure, you can learn confusion.
Confusing realization, eh?
Okay, that did a chunk. Sure, it's. What is your speed? 33? I don't think you're at speed, Beetle. I just have to hope you live.
Hope and pray, hope and pray.
Nope, I lost Chinchino. Rip.
That's rough. Especially given how good you were saying it was.
Oh well. It's not the end of the world. That was my only loss.
Yeah, true.
But it's still slightly annoying. You will be missed, my dear friend, years. Freaking, I guess Magby's on the team. Give it the ability capsule so it has water absorb instead of flash fire. Because fun fact, they made Magby and the entire Water line in here a water fire type line.
Really?
Yo. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because Magby looks like a duck. I have no clue.
Maybe.
But the entire Magby line is water fire type in this game. Fairy juice. You know what, Weasel? You're there for that Larvesta. That's what you're there for. Citrus berry. I can give that to Weasel, sure. Everyone else gets Chesto except for this thing. Aquajet? Yes, you're running Aquajet.
Aquajet.
Actually, in this game, they also made Weasel a water normal type.
Hmm.
Which makes sense. Why is he not water normal normally?
Yeah. Frog.
I actually don't think there's a water normal type in Pokemon. I actually really don't think there is by default.
There's exactly one.
Which one? Who am I blanking?
Nibiral.
Okay, I don't count him. He's trash Pokemon. I don't like the Vivero line at all. I don't like Bidoof. I don't like Vivero.
It's kind of funny because Bidoof is like the exact kind of Pokemon that can break away if you just ignore it too long. But that's kind of true of anything with
Dude, if you ignore anything too long, you lose.
especially when it's constantly raising stats just over time.
I mean, it's the same thing with Smeargle. You leave that thing alone, you're screwed.
Well, Smeargle's disgusting because it learns everything.
Everything but Dark Void after Gen 5.
When you have to nerf Dark Void over some over frickin' Smeargle.
Despite they already nerfed Dark Void by making it like almost completely inaccurate too.
Yeah, who needs accuracy on your sleep moves, right? What's an accuracy?
What's an actor? You see, an accurate. Oh, Popeye's dead. Um,
Accuracy is a type of car? I mean, what?
yes.
I do promise bad jokes.
I mean, yes, you do. Mag 8, kill it. Kill it with fire. Actually, kill it with the ground, but you know.
Numal, yay.
Okay, switch out. Sonic Boom.
Numal always confused me at first.
Sonic Boom. Sorry, good boy, had to. Why Numal confuse you? Why did Numal confuse you?
It's actually it's like when I first encountered Numel, I for some reason thought it was like a water type and it had like a water hump or something in the back.
What kind of?
I have no idea what was going through my mind beyond. Oh, this is like this funky camel thing, right? Like camels store water in the hump.
And frick. Yep. Sag. Alright.
I can't believe it.
I'm going to yeet you into next century.
You know what you were getting into, and you asked me.
Oh.
Anyway,
I should probably check OBS's like dropping frame or something. Okay, we're good.
yeah, it looks fine to me.
Your name is Naruto 79.25735. Naruto. At this point, I don't know how many runs I've done of this dang game. And only got into Gym 2 like twice. Not the worst, not the best ability. It's whatever. All intents and purposes, it's a neutral ability. Doesn't affect either of the stats you use by default. Yeah, Sean, I shut up. Trying to get my Pokemon here. Get in the ball, Swablu. That is
Get
not
in
the
the
right
ball.
attack. Okay, I can't hit you again. Let's see, crit when I didn't want you to crit. Your name is gonna be Swag Blue because we made that joke and now it's actually a
Yep.
fun name.
I made the joke earlier, so now it's gonna happen.
It's Swag Blue.
Swag blue.
Makes the joke. It's now the name of Pokemon.
Gotta learn swagger.
I don't think it did swag.
Swagger also confused me at first because I didn't realize that the confusion damage was based on the
Attack?
your own attack stat. Yeah, it made
Yeah.
sense once I figured that out.
I didn't
It's just
realize
one of those
that for
things that
the
seems
longest time
counterintuitive
either.
at first until you actually think about it.
I didn't realize that for the longest time either, don't worry. Especially when I was just getting into Pokemon like around 10 or so. I was like,
I wish I could
well,
have gotten into it when I was 10 or so.
I was, for
I
me,
didn't play didn't play my first Pokemon game until I was like 17 or 18.
well, yeah, for me, the concept of status moves when I was first getting into Pokemon was like, why would I do this though instead of just hit attack?
Yeah, I feel like every kid does that though.
But the ones that
Like,
especially got me were moves like Swagger. I was like, what's the point of this?
what's the point of buffing your opponent? How is this better than just regular confusion or something?
Yeah, that
And
was
then
my
you,
reaction. Then when I actually got into competitive, I was like, oh, I see now.
yeah.
Just, oh, now I understand what the point was. I was just a very dumb kid when I played this. But of course, anyone who's like 8, 10, whatever, first playing Pokemon, they don't know what
You're not gonna know.
status moves do. They see does damage, click button. They don't bother learning anything past that.
I mean, you could beat the game like that all you want to.
Yeah,
It's not that hard, partially because you can easily just overlevel anything anyways, but
yeah. So
even if you
like,
don't, you can still probably just damage and be fine.
I mean, yeah. It's just like, man. I remember back when I didn't have a Pokemon game of my own, but I was using I was using an account on a friend's DS.
Ah.
Um, let's just say, being very new to Pokemon, and like, the first time I had played it in Heart Gold Soul Silver, I traded the starter Monferno for a Crobat.
Oh no.
My friend was
Oh
not
no.
happy.
Why would you?
I didn't understand it at the time, man. But my friend was not happy. Traded Monferno, actually Infernape for a Crobat.
Oh no.
Thing is, it didn't even evolve, it was already a Crobat. To make it even worse. Right now, Crobat's not trade evolution. Forget I said that. Just, y'all heard nothing, but still.
It's actually kind of funny because I got my first shiny Pokemon so soon after getting my first game. I ended up getting a shiny Geodude just after Nugget Bridge in the cave right after that. I think
My
it was like
first
Serene Cave or
game I
something.
actually played was Heart Gold Soul Silver, but that wasn't the first game I had a copy of, so I didn't get to play a whole lot. First game I actually owned and played was X and Y, but
My first was a Leaf Green because I still just had my Game Boy Advance at the time and nothing else.
but the the first shiny I ever caught wasn't actually until I played Sun and Moon.
Ah,
And I wasn't even trying to catch the shiny. I was just walking through the China school grass and a freaking shiny Alolan Meowth popped up. I'm just like,
ah.
oh. Just like, oh. I almost killed it too because it didn't look the same. Like, it looked almost identical to the original. Just like,
Yeah, there are way too many shinies that just do not have much of a visible difference.
I have Caterpiece. Your name is Butters. Butters.
Yeah, don't forget the ers. It's not just butt.
Hey, yo, Magic, random question. You know anyone who's
Yeah,
good at art?
I'm sorry I didn't catch that.
Do you know anyone who is good at art?
I know a couple, but I don't really remember the last time I've done them. Like one of them did a sketch of my pony character, and I mean like just straight up like pencil only.
Do you think
And
I could convince them
the amount
to?
of shading on that thing was absolutely ridiculous for
You
just
think I'd be
pixels.
able to convince that person to help me make something
I'm not
for a
even sure if
fan
that
game?
person's still active. To be honest, I'm not
You
sure
should
where if they're still
100%
there.
give me. You should 100% contact them. Be like, hey, would you be down to make a Pokemon fan game sprite collection for
Oh
for
my
no
goodness.
reason? I have so many ideas
Oh
for
my
Pokemon
goodness.
fan games, but I can't freaking draw. I also want to make an animation at some point, but I can't draw. You know what can I 3D model?
I just had speaking of custom games and ROM hacks. I just thought of one of the stupidest ideas. Imagine you get to the final boss, and you're they're like mostly like around like level 60 or something, 60, 65, something around this range, right? But they
Sure.
have like one level 100 on their team, and then
Or
you realize it's a Shedinja, just so it's defeatable.
or what you do is you do that exact same concept, but go past the normal 100 level cap barrier. So it's all level 100s, and there's just level 170 out of nowhere.
I think I've actually done that one time in a role play scenario where I was. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I believe the point was that they would encounter like some ridiculously strong Pokemon. I think it was like a Gardevoir or a Gengar or something like that. Something with a G.
That's
And
like
it
a
supposedly it
third
got
of the
over leveled
Pokemon.
because it was just started just stealing experience off of everything else.
Something with the G. What's at the Pokedex? Almost a third of all the Pokemon in it.
Or with a G. Like
Actually, it's probably a lot less. It's probably like 116, but still.
there is a surprising amount with the letter G, yeah.
The one that has like no Pokemon is Z and I though. There's like Incineroar.
Zipstrika,
What else? Zygarde? Like,
Zygarde, yeah.
uh,
Lopunny.
Lopunny's not I.
That's actually that's an L. Why are you thinking L's I? What? Goodness.
Iloki.
This is how you know it's 3:40 a.m.
And then I'm just gonna be the guy who starts like putting an I and Z in front of other Pokemon that don't start with it now. Oh, I mean, Meowth ain't bad, I guess. Get in the ball. At least have technician, please.
Goodness.
I'm not a fan of Meowth, but I also
Unless
am
it's
not like
exactly the
the
Team Rocket
biggest
one.
cat person. So I prefer dogs. Your name
Well,
is Coinage.
his name is Rocket.
The name is Coinage because you have a coin on your head. I'm very creative, trust me.
What's a creative?
Oh, it doesn't have technician, Sage. That is a great question. What is creative?
Well, all I know is green is not a creative color.
I'd say it depends on what it's used in.
That's a reference.
It is?
Yeah, it's a reference to "Don't hug me, I'm scared."
Never seen it in my life.
Well, it's kind of a spooky, more horrific thing.
Yeah,
So,
I'm never going to see it in my life either. I
but
don't like horror movies
basically
or
it
or
kind of just
anything.
takes like cutesy kid-looking characters and go, hey, things get creepy.
Fake out.
And they end up doing a thing with colors, and somebody mentions green is not a like they start like listing off the colors like you would in any kid show, and then but the host is like, no, green is not a creative color. That's not how you be creative. Green is a creativity fail.
Oh boy. I might actually lose here. Oh no. Cool. Going to save here. Alright guys, I'm going to be right back. Magic entertain the stream. How do you use button? I'm muting myself.
Give me the coins. Give me the coins.
Alright, time back.
Welcome back.
So, Magic, do you know the copper golem from Minecraft? Like the one that.
Yeah, I heard that it's actually coming back
Yeah, I was like,
with upgrades.
Mojang adding something that lost a mob vote? What reality did we slip into? This isn't normal.
We stepped into a reality where Mojang has realized, hey, maybe we actually screwed up a little bit here.
Yeah, which is not something I was expecting at all. I'm just like, excuse me? You what? You're actually adding back something that you said wasn't ever going to come back to the game?
And upgrading it?
What kind of bullcrap you trying to pull, Mojang?
I don't know, but I can get behind it.
Same. I don't know what they're trying to pull, but I'm definitely able to get behind it. Swag blue, come on in.
Swag blue.
Now, if only they can add the hovering inferno and all the other things that lost the mob votes, then we'd be really talking.
Yep.
Because I really would have liked a Blaze boss in the Nether, man. Like, come on. Add back the Isolager and hovering inferno.
How much longer until we get more of them mob vote losers?
That's what I'm wondering. I also
How long
want
until
them.
we get penguins?
Yeah, or
The
crabs.
penguins are adorable. Like the code for craps is basically in the game already.
Look, if
These,
they are
these are these
actually
are
if they're actually adding all the mods at lost because they realized fans would be happy, and
It's like we
like
can already
they're
increase the
deciding to
range.
do with what they like. Because here's the thing: the biome vote they did allowed for the ones that lost to be added in later. Why were the mob votes not like that? Like,
I almost feel like it was. I almost feel like that was testing the waters to see if that was an improvement.
which it was, and then they completely scrapped it.
Yep.
Just like, why? You had the right idea here.
To some
Sure,
degree, I think a lot of it's still just hype.
but look, if we can actually get the other mob that they decided, maybe the community is right. These things should not be just thrown away. That'd be nice. I'd love to see the Isolager in the game. Especially because we'll never get story mode again. I actually really liked Minecraft story mode, so I'm sad it'll never be like coming back in full. I mean, you can play it,
You can
but
play it, I guess.
man,
Never
I
gonna be
want.
story mode 2 though. Still gonna
Sadly,
get Minecraft the movie.
we got the movie. It was horrible.
It was okay. It's not
The
good. It's
my
not
issue with the
very
movie
bad.
is they didn't even bother to try and give any mind to the OG Minecraft fans. All they did was focus on the brain rot generation. They didn't bother to like give any homage to the OG Minecraft fans that have been here since the start at all.
Yeah, where's my mention of the far lands? Come on.
I mean, story mode did that.
Yep.
Like all they did in the Minecraft movie was make a bunch of brain rot memes that focused only on the TikTok generation who plays
Yep.
Minecraft.
I
Where's
still
the?
don't even get why some of that's funny. What about chicken jockeys or particular? I mean, I get he says it in a mildly amusing way, but
Yeah, I don't get it either.
am I just old?
I mean, I'm old. I don't understand it, man. Like, I'm not even that old. I'm starting college next month. Like, not even that
Oh,
freaking
goodness.
old. But I don't understand
I
how it's
remember
funny.
back when I tried a semester at college and I didn't get very far.
I'm going for engineering. Peekaboo.
I was too.
Oh.
Which ironically ended up resulting with my best grade being in English.
My, my best grades always tend to be English in computer classes without me trying or even lifting a finger.
Yeah. I still remember back when I was like fresh into my first real job. I was had a brief stint as a fan fiction editor. Pony related in case you can't tell by the profile picture.
Was it like a friggin' My Little Pony fan fiction or some crap?
Yeah.
I was making a joke. I
It was
didn't think it was actually this.
it was actually the sequel to one of the strangest titles I think I've ever seen in fan fiction. No, I am not a brony. Get me out of Equestria.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, basically the entire point of it was some guy who wasn't a brony ended up there when his roommate was, and he just suddenly left going, "Okay, I'm
No,
stuck here.
sure, but what
What
is a
the hell do
brony?
I do now?"
What is a brony?
Well, it's the fans.
What is a brony?
I just answered that.
You did?
Yeah, it's the adult fans
Oh.
saying, "Hey, I'm not a fan of this show. Why am I here? Why am I here in Ponyland?" Only to have the only for one of the first. It's actually funny how that story starts off. He ends up there. He's suddenly encountered by like the biggest princess of the land, and he does the most sensible thing that comes to his mind. "Oh, you're the one who trapped me here?" Immediately punches her in the face.
No, no, that's a valid reaction,
That is a
actually.
very valid reaction, and apparently the other main characters did not particularly like that. She was perfectly understanding of it. The others were not. And
No, his.
it ended up with him in the hospital and her basically saving his life.
No, that's a fully valid reaction. I don't know
Yeah,
why
he
they
said
would have
she
had a
understood
problem with
that.
that. Like, that's a fully valid reaction. You trap me in a place I don't want to be. Of course I'm gonna sock you upside the head. What, you think I'm not? Like, what?
Uh, it is funny because I think that one story has about like 12 spin offs. Like, it is absurd. Like, that was back when I looked like 6 years ago. Who knows how many more it's got now?
I don't know. Speaking of fanfics, though, I did start reading a Ben 10 DC Universe fanfic because I was bored.
Yeah? Any good?
Eh, there aren't many I would actually recommend others read. Not really, like, most of them tend to follow the story that's already been explored in shows like Justice League and crap, but with Ben 10 as a character, and it's like, I want something that's unique, not just Justice League or Young Justice with Ben 10. Like, what the heck?
Ah, yes. Yes. Teen Titans, but Ben 10 is there for some.
Yeah, no,
Like,
seriously, it's like, why?
like, reasons, I guess.
No, but that's like action. Oh, okay. Well, no, but that's actually like what it was. Is it's just Teen Titans, but Ben is part of the Teen Titans.